All right, hello everyone. So let's take a look at the market. Now today is news day, as you know. We've got news today and tomorrow. Now if you take a look at your trading hours, which I already posted, you will note that the trading hours are just after the news. What does that tell you? It tells you for once the news comes out, the market can do a move which takes us to somewhere until 4:35, 4:45. And then from there onwards, the market can turn and go and take us all the way into the evening. All right, so that's one option. The other option is will it cause a breakout? So this 4:35, 45 on the trading hours, which I've posted, is something you need to be careful for. Why? You'll see in a minute. This is gold. All right. Now with gold, remember I said if you bought here, you can follow it through. Not a problem, because we had a swing day. Swing days here, remember? So from the below, we've got a nice U-turn going up, which is fine. And then we've got this gap here. I said we should close the gap, so we've marked in this level. And I said now you need to be careful around here, because this is, the goodbye kiss zone. But because we've got a, gap here, we can kind of we can push it a bit more forward, move stops forward, and so on. So yesterday I also said if it pulls back, if you want to get in to go long, you can if it pulls back. And I said it'll probably break this. Okay, so remember why? Because everybody's stop losses here. See how they're sweeping the stops. Okay, so the stop losses are taken out, and now we're in this zone here. So the market, wanting to push up with this Russia-Ukraine tension happening as well. And on the other hand, gold's already going up, so the pullback, it's not a bad idea to kind of get in and go up. If it does fall, it still has room to come down once it closes gaps. It's a bit more clear here. Okay, it's a bit more clear here. So you can push up in order to sell down, because there is a gap here as well. But any pull down is going to be an opportunity later to go long, including this zone here. I like this zone, okay, because this is where the goodbye kiss is. This is where the big breakout is, and it's all good. And from here onwards, pretty much there are no gaps around here, okay. The only gaps are down here, and the market going all the way back to 2000 is, it can happen, but that's going to happen when the world is too good to be true, I guess, okay. And I don't see that happening soon. So this is a bit of a tricky zone, but it's in line with our weekly trade. So not much to talk about. Just let it go. All right. If you're following it, follow it through. Be careful during news hours, and that's how it's going to be. In my opinion, we've got room to go up with gold, because in terms of planetary actions, it's just looking fine. Okay. There's a nice, this has got power, okay? If you want to get into it on a pullback, then just do it on a swing hour again, and that could come all the way back down here. So be smart. We're at levels where the market may shock everyone and do a big sell-off again to close the gap there. So don't take it for granted. Crap. So don't take it for granted. It could come all the way back down as well, all right? So be careful around there. The market may have a tendency to sell off again once these aspects are done. Let's take a look at the euro dollar. Now with the euro dollar, today's a swing day. We've got those levels. I've marked them in. Have to be careful. Yesterday this was also a zone. Market, if you take a look at yesterday's hours, the 20th of November, this is, 18, what do we have? 15 to 16 on the platform. 15 is there. Okay, so I had, what did I have? 1650. So which is 1550 is there. All right, so 1550 to 1605, which is there. Oh, come on, which is there. And then the market, boom, pushing down in there as well. All right, if you take a look here as well, 8:30, we are 10 past 8, which is on that bar. And that's basically pretty much it. We're at 11:45, which is 10:45 on the platform. Which is there as well. Okay, so this zone is a bit tricky, obviously. So yesterday with the euro dollar as well, I did say you can wait for this, for the swing day to happen. And remember, we've got swing day today with news happening. So if we end up, oh crap, if we end up, all right, at these levels, this is like good to push up from here. Okay, but because it's news, be mindful. All right, so I don't mind going long for this one and pushing it up. This is from last week, Friday, so Thursday as well, going up into these targets initially is okay. 0643.75. Your targets here as well, if you take a look, 0643, 0650, which is pretty much in line with this one there. Okay, 0665, that's going to be a zone to push up. Okay, obviously use money management because it is news time and those levels can be there or there. All right, so be careful. With SP 500, news also coming in. Now remember, we have a swing day with this today, and this swing day can take it into there, or it can close the gap and take it there. We are like in between levels because there are gaps here, gaps there. All right, so you need to be careful with this one. If the market is up somewhere, okay, at 435, 445, if we go up first and tap into here, looking for a sell to go down may not be such a bad idea. Okay, but what you can do is go to the smaller time frame, wait for an impulse wave, and then follow it through. Okay, because selling is not a bad idea either. Neither is buying a bad idea. It depends on what happens first, because remember, the swing hour is after the news. News coming out at 4:30. Our swing hour is 4:35 to 4:45. So this is obviously going to go somewhere. Okay, if it does go somewhere, okay, you have to check if that level breaks. If the 4:35 level really pushes up and breaks, that can continue until 8 to 8:30 and so on. Okay, so be careful. If they start to sell off, then that sell-off will continue until 8:30 to even closing. Okay, because it's looking like, it doesn't look like it's going to be good news. Okay, it doesn't look like it's going to be good news. It might be mildly bad news, let's say. All right. So that's how it is. Okay, so we're in a bit of a dilemma here. It's in the middle of nowhere. That's a level, that's a level. Selling down into this level might be a better way to go. But wait for the swing hours at the, after the news. Wait for it to eventuate. Right? Don't just rush into stuff. We've got a setup at 2 o'clock, 2:45 actually. We've got a setup at 2:45, 2:20 to 2:45. So that zone may also give us a hint as to what's going to happen. Okay. Now with Dow Jones, remember Dow Jones? Now Monday Dow Jones was a swing day. That didn't work out fine, which is logical as well. We're in the middle of nowhere on that day, as you can see. But today we got Thursday, Friday with Dow Jones. So if we end up here Thursday, Friday next week, we'll see how we go with the swing days. Okay. If we tap into here and then the market starts to drift down, which I would love to see it that way happening, then we should break down and pull into at least this zone, okay? And then this should also, maybe, will it break? I don't know. Maybe it will. But I'd rather see this go south with the news. If that happens, great. Be careful for 45. That's your first support, which is 43,034, which is right there. All right. So we'll see how things pan out. If the market all of a sudden hits the weekly pivot, okay, it hits the weekly pivot 43,795. 43,795 is just there, and they sell off from there. Okay, that might be a trade worth taking. Okay, so be careful. That's not a bad spot to look for a sell if the market ends up here at a swing hour. Nasdaq. Now with Nasdaq, I said don't buy, don't sell, because we're in the middle of nowhere, and the swing day for it is today. So specifically, I said with this on Monday, because Dow Jones has a swing day, if you want to go long, it's fine. Okay, the market did go all the way up there, as you can see, but this is, I said yesterday, this is the 50 zone. It's got room to come up, it's got room to go down, so it's in the middle of nowhere. I'd rather wait. Okay, just wait it out. 44 is 23.54. 23.54 is just there. All right, so this is the zone again. So, you know, you have to be a bit careful because it really is in between levels. Okay, so that's the Fibonacci 50 level, but you still have room to fill here before selling off. Okay, so, you know, impulse wave, you know, I don't know. Okay, I wouldn't do this. Just leave it alone. Okay, I don't like it when things are in the middle of nowhere. I don't mind going long if we're down here. It's a swing day. You know what? Let's work on it and, you know, go up with it. Or, you know, we're up here and want to do a swing day and it's a sell. Okay, let's look for a sell setup, right? But here, you know, we've got room to go up, room to go down, and that's a bit tricky for me. Okay, you know, the price may be a bit expensive for the market. This zone here. Okay, it might be expensive for the market here. All right, so let's take a look into Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin Wednesday was a swing day. As you know, we still have room for this to go to 100K. I didn't follow Bitcoin at all yesterday. I'm just, you know, because I don't trade it, I don't look at it, but there you go. All right, so that's that 99, which is on the monthly, as you can see, 77.56. So, and yesterday being a swing day, market breaks out, making a higher high, and then going back up there. Today in the Asia session, wow. So, again, wait for the news to happen, because obviously this is, yeah, that's, you know, Wednesday. There's your Wednesday breakout. Okay. If you're buying and holding, you got to wait for the market to pull back. If you're trading intraday on this, it's going up, and that's why I said as well, we've got room to go up into there. Okay, so there's only one thing you can do, you can follow this up, and that's basically it. Sudden move up all the way into something like this, look, big push up, can cause later big push down. Okay, because we've seen this kind of stuff in Bitcoin before. 100K is a psychological place, so be careful. I wouldn't be buying and holding up at the tops of the market. Okay, very tricky. So keep your cool. If you're going to go long with this again, you need to wait for it to come back. And if you want to go long, then you can go long. If you've learned from me, you probably have a list of the swing days for this anyway. You can mark your swing days and see how things pan out.